Hi everyone, welcome back to Vegan Rock Climbing. Today's topic is going to be vegan rock climbing shoes, and for this purpose I really digged out more or less my whole climbing shoe collection. Basically all old climbing shoes I could find in my cupboards and in various storage stuff I have. So yeah, that's quite a lot, check it out. I just show you shortly. Unfortunately, there are a lot of non-vegan climbing shoes involved here because in former times I didn't care much about leather on the shoes or stuff like that, and therefore I have a lot of climbing shoes that contain leather in this collection here. But today we are going to look at vegan climbing shoes, and let's get started, I would say. So when I type in vegan climbing shoes into Google, I basically find two very good sites, two very good pages in my opinion, which list the vegan climbing shoes. I'm going to give you the links in the description down below. And the first one would be here, this veganoutdooradventures.com. And they start off with Evolv. Obviously Evolv has quite a lot of vegan rock climbing shoes. I didn't know that. I also never climbed an Evolv shoe, to be honest with you, so I can't really give you feedback on that one. But what I see here is mostly quite flat shoes, quite not much downturn, Let's see if I can zoom that in. Okay. Evolv Defy. Looks to me like a pretty much beginner-oriented shoe. We have no downturn here. We have the Velcros. So this one you can put on and off quite fast. Looks not bad. Looks not too bad here. Evolv Electra. Pretty much the same in my opinion. Obviously the one is more man fit here. The Defy is Evolv's best-selling shoe for men. Okay, so seem to have a little bit of a male-oriented shape. And here the Evolv Electra seems to be the best-selling shoe for women. So they are, as it looks, as it seems, pretty much the same. Just the one is for men and the one is for women. Okay, so here we have the Evolv Rockstar. Obviously a little bit better for women, as it seems, and also pretty much beginner oriented here with the lasers, so maybe a bit more usable for route climbing than for bouldering. And here we have a Evolv Predator G2. Looks to me like a more performance-oriented shoe. We have a little bit of downturn here, the Velcros for fast putting on and off. Try this one out. I never climbed an Evolv shoe. I can't give you really feedback on them. If you know something about them, please let me know down below in the comments. And let's move on. Here we have Evolv Pontas 1. Looks like a really beginner-oriented shoe as well. We have the Velcros, we have a very flat design here, no downturn. So quite comfortable as it looks to me. Comfortable but not much performance, when it comes to steep walls. Alright, so let's proceed to the next brand, 510 namely. So these is actually my favorite brand when it comes to vegan rock climbing shoes. They have really good stuff, in my opinion. The best of those, in my opinion, are the 510 Team and the 510 Dragon. Okay, so let's take a look at the Team first. We have here a completely with rubber covered heel. This is really good because this helps us a lot when it comes to heel hooks. And what else can we say about it? It's really aggressive. It has a lot of downturn. The rubber in general is really thin. Okay, so you have a lot of feeling on your toes. You really can feel the rock underneath your feet. and yeah, the downturn helps quite a lot to really dig into those footholds, and so that you can really pull on them, you know. When you have enough body strength, you can really pull on those footholds, and that's what we want for steep routes and overhanging routes and stuff like that, okay? And what you can see here as well is quite a big area for toe hooks, okay, that is also covered with rubber. Toe hooks, I mean, pretty much non-used in any route climbing, but a lot of boulders can have toe hooks, so yeah, that's quite practical for that. And here the Velcro for fast putting on and off. So in my opinion, this shoe is more usable, more designed for bouldering than for route climbing. I have also one model here in my collection. I hope you can see that. That's what they're gonna look like when they are a little bit more old, you know. Why don't I use them anymore? Because they already have here this destroyed toe box, okay? So I could theoretically resole them and see how they look like, but I have the feeling that you can't really resole those shoes, okay? Because underneath the rubber it is such a thin layer of synthetic stuff. I don't know what it is actually. And if you resole this, then it's never going to have the shape that it used to have, you know, the feeling that it used to have. So yeah, I better go with buy new shoes then, because the resoling process costs quite a lot of money as well. And yeah, if that's not really beneficial, then I'd rather go for new shoes. But that's my 510 team. I use them pretty much for bouldering, as I said before, because of the Velcro. And if you have a Velcro and you put them on at the beginning of a route, when you have a longer route in front of you, maybe some rests and stuff like that, okay, where you have to stand on your shoes and stuff like that, then a Velcro is not so ideal, because you can lose a little bit of tightness, you know, into the shoe. If you stand around a lot on a route and you rest for 5 minutes or something like that, then you lose the tight binding of the shoe to your foot, okay? And that's why I would actually recommend to climb Velcro shoes on boulders or indoors, you know, because there it is not required that the shoe is tight on your foot for, let's say, 20 minutes or something like that, okay? You make a boulder, the attempt lasts for maybe 1 minute or something like that, and then it's over, and then you can put them off again. And therefore the Velcro is quite good. Yeah. So I would say we proceed to the next model now. The next model in line here would be the 510 Dragon. And this was, when I got my first Dragon, that was awesome. I had the feeling that I discovered the best climbing shoe for me, okay? The 510 Dragon, what can I say about it? I mean, again, we have here a fully covered heel, and that's quite good for heel hooking. Then we have here a very aggressive downturn. Again, for a really high performance shoe, you know, you can do very steep climbs with that one. You can really dig into the footholds and pull on them, and you can really make use of your body strength, okay, if you have it. So, and the major difference, I mean, actually I have a model here. These are my old Dragons. You can see how they look like when they are a little bit worn out. Then they become these kind of flat shape, okay? And yeah, here you can see the fully covered heel here. It's quite useful. And we also have here a little bit of area for toe hooking, okay? Not as big as in the 510 team, but yeah, also quite good. And the major difference, in my opinion, is that they are equipped with the lasers, okay? And that's really nice, because when you really pull down the lasers tight when you put the shoe on, then you can be sure that you will have a nice fit of your shoe to your foot even after, don't know, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, okay? So perfectly suitable for route climbing, in my opinion. They say here the 510 Dragon was designed to be the ultimate bouldering shoe. Okay, why not? You can surely use it for bouldering as well, but it's quite uncomfortable to always pull down the lasers tight, okay? Then make one attempt for 1 minute, and then you have to open up everything up again. And then the next attempt you have to really, that's quite time consuming. So I would say it is rather suitable for route climbing. And yeah, what can I say about it? It's just an awesome shoe. I climbed so many hard routes in that one. It's really, really nice for the high performance stuff. And something I should mention maybe also for the 510 models in general, they have a quite narrow shape, okay, of their models. So when I can show you that again, this toe box here, okay, is quite narrow. It's not very wide as it is in other models, like, I don't know, some Sportivas or Scarpas in general. Okay, they have a wide toe box, which is good when you have a wider foot, because then you will feel more comfortable in the shoe and you will have more place for your toes and stuff. So these ones here we have again Dragon, okay, and here the team. As you can see, they have quite narrow toe boxes, okay. This can be quite uncomfortable if you have a wider foot. I mean, actually I believe that I have a wider foot as well, but when you are wearing a climbing shoe for a lot of time, I don't know what happens here, but either the foot adapts to the shoe or the shoes adapt to the foot. Anyhow, I just now fit into those perfectly, and I can use them perfectly without any pain or something like that. So yeah, and another thing is, if you compare those to La Sportiva and Scarpa, or let's say in general to non-vegan climbing shoes, okay? These here are vegan, which means they have all this leather looking like thing here. This is synthetic, okay? So this is not going to stretch very much when you put on the shoes for a longer time, okay? Let's say when you have a climbing shoe for 1 month, which is from La Sportiva, then you will notice that the shoe will stretch a lot, okay? So when you put on the shoe for the first time in the store, you have to quite calculate that the shoe is going to stretch, okay, a lot. In the case of non-vegan climbing shoes, like it is often the case in La Sportiva or Scarpa or stuff like that, okay? So these here, they fit from the beginning, alright? You really don't have to calculate anything that it's going to stretch a lot. They stretch a little bit, maybe a little bit, but then it's over, and then they stay the same basically for the rest of their life, okay? So fit them quite well already at the beginning in the store when you buy them, or if you already know your size, then that's good. Yeah, and that's basically it for the vegan 510 models. Yeah, and vegan is here. 510 is here in the forefront, I would say, of the vegan climbing shoe movement, if one can call it like that, because as you can see, pretty much all of their models, 510 Blackwing, 510 Arrowhead, 510 Anasazi, which is a little bit more a beginner oriented shoe, okay? 510 Anasazi lace, same as the Anasazi, just with no velcros, with lasers here. And they are both, the Anasazi is a beginner oriented one, but pretty much every model of 510 is vegan, and that's great. I find that awesome. You really should support this company. Yeah, 510 Anasazi LV, whatever that means. and then we can already proceed to the next brand. So okay, to sum this up, 510 really good vegan climbing shoes, in my opinion the best ones, namely the 510 Team for bouldering, in my opinion, 510 Dragon for route climbing. I've climbed a lot of hard stuff in those shoes, and this is also a shoe which the pros use a lot. Okay, when you go to a crag where hard routes are, where the pros are frequently visiting, you will notice that the 510 Dragon is really a shoe that is worn by the pros a lot. Okay, I also did here some Google searching to show you some pictures. Okay, that's what they are looking like when you buy them new. Okay, really nice, really aggressive shape. Here you can see the downturn. Okay, this is a really aggressive shoe, 510 Dragon. You can really dig into those footholds with them. And yeah, that's basically it for this. And here we have the 510 Team one more time. As you can see here, the downturn, really nice. A huge, completely rubber covered toe box, okay, perfectly for toe hooking. And here a completely covered heel hook. On the other side there is complete coverage with rubber, as you can see here. And that's nice for hooking, okay. So this is in my opinion, yeah, in combination with the Velcro, it's the perfect boulder shoe, perfect high performance boulder shoe. In the meantime, it looks a little bit different. They also made this blue model, and there is another one out there, the 510 Team VXXI. I don't know how they actually call it, but this is the brand new high performance model from 510, which is also vegan, of course, and with the Velcro. Yeah, really expensive. So I didn't talk about the price so far, but these ones are really expensive. They are in the category of even 20 euros more than the 510 Team or the Dragon. Okay, and they are already expensive. I think 130 euros. You have to buy when you buy them from the internet, except you can get some good price when they want to throw out their old ones, but I don't know when that is and stuff. So regularly you should consider 130 euros for those, and for the 510 Team as well, for the normal one. For this one, 100, I saw already 160, okay, which is quite crazy for a climbing shoe in my opinion, because after half a year, when you use them extensively, you can throw them away, okay. Well, so that's that for the 510s. Really good stuff, really good brand, a lot of vegan models. Basically, in my opinion, I don't know exactly, but I think every model of them, of the 510s, is vegan. Alright, so let's proceed to the next brand, La Sportiva. Yeah, what can I say about La Sportiva? A lot. Okay, I mean, I climbed La Sportiva a lot in former times. I have a lot of my, as you may have seen when I showed you my collection, a lot of the shoes are La Sportiva, and they unluckily or unfortunately they only have one vegan model, and this is the La Sportiva Oxygym. And I really don't know how I should describe this one. It has a really big sole, okay, a really thick sole rubber here, and it's very beginner oriented, I would say, and very gym oriented, okay, in general. So you can use this for training and stuff like that, and you can also walk around in those, and I mean you can even wash them. As you can see here, the La Sportiva Oxygym is breathable, durable and washable, okay, so yeah. This is why they probably used all synthetic material, because then you can wash them better and they don't shrink or something like that, okay, during the washing process. But yeah, unfortunately that's the only vegan model from La Sportiva. And I gotta be completely honest with you, La Sportiva has really great climbing shoe models, okay? So I think at the moment they are the most popular climbing shoe brand which is out there. And they earn that because they have really good models, but unfortunately not vegan ones, okay? I'm just going to show you shortly what I have here in my collection, La Sportiva style. So this is all old models. I have a lot here. That's incredible actually. We have here the Speedster. The Speedster has a round edge, okay, which is quite useful for on-sighting. I don't know that it is pro approved, so to say. Adam Ondra always says that he uses the Speedster for on-sighting because then you don't have to hit the foothold so exactly, alright, with this round edge. Imagine when you hit the foothold a little bit above, you still stand on it, and if you hit it a little bit below, then you still stand on the foothold, okay, because of the round edge. It is quite tolerable, tolerates a little bit of unprecise stepping, alright. Then we have here the Python, yeah, pretty classic shoe. Here this is the Miura Velcro stuff, okay. And actually the Miura ladies. So I got these ones second hand from a friend of mine. And yeah, so here the damage was already done, so that's not so much of a problem. We have here the Katana. This is actually a shoe which is quite old, as you might see already, but I still use them in the gym because, I don't know, in the gym it makes no sense for me, to be honest, to use new climbing shoes. So I always use those in the gym, and yeah, they are already quite worn out, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, so much for that. Yeah, I don't want to promote the leather actually, so I think when I would buy new climbing shoes now, I would definitely buy the vegan versions, also definitely something from 510. But here, of course, for example, I still have a Testarossa, which I bought I don't know, roughly 1 year ago or something like that, and they are still quite good for climbing outdoors, okay? This is actually one of the best outdoor shoes for route climbing, in my opinion, that is out there. Not so good suitable for bouldering, in my opinion, because you have to always put on the lasers and get them off again and put them on again, and you have quite a small toe hook area, and you also have a not completely covered heel hook here. The heel hook in general is not really good, in my opinion, on the Testarossa, but the general shape of the shoe, okay, quite a lot of downturn here, and the general it is a quite aggressive shoe with lasers, and really suitable for route climbing, in my opinion. And I use this model only for red point goes, okay. I don't check out or do something which is more time consuming in this shoe. I always do only red point goes in these ones, so they basically last me for over a year in the meantime, okay. So I bought them when I still wasn't 100% vegan, so yeah, unfortunately they are also leather on those, but I think I will still wear them out because the damage is already done, and why shouldn't I wear them out? Alright, so what else do we have here? Last one which I didn't show you so far. This one here. This is the old Miura laces. As you can see, they are still sold in some stores. In my opinion, an extremely nice route climbing shoe for outdoors. The Miura laces, yeah, I climbed a lot of hard stuff in these ones. But that's a long time ago, and as you can see here, these ones are already resold one time, okay, so they have lost their shape completely during the resoling process, and yeah, basically can't use them anymore for any hard stuff outdoors, okay. So that's what I mean. If you want to resole your shoes, you have to keep in mind that they're never going to be 100% like you got them when they were new, okay. They will change in shape, and the resoling process costs some money, you know. It costs between 20 and 40 euros depending on where you make it, and if it doesn't have the expected outcome, then in my opinion you should go for new climbing shoes in the first place, you know. Save yourself 20 to 40 bucks and just go for a new climbing shoe. Okay, so there we have that. That's all I can say to La Sportiva. Unfortunately, only one vegan model here, and that one is not really what I'm looking for. It's very beginner oriented and very gym oriented, and yeah. But I still have old models from La Sportiva, and I still will use those old models in the gym, especially the Katana. And but I'm not going to buy new ones because I don't want to support the leather industry and stuff like that. If I want to go for new climbing shoes, I definitely will go for the vegan opportunities from 510 and stuff like that, okay? Vegan options. So let's move on to Madrock. Madrock, a brand which I never climbed with, so I can't tell you I don't have a lot of experience with Madrock. But here also a lot of models. Madrock Flash Yellow, Madrock Lotus, Madrock Lyra, Madrock M5, Madrock Mad Monkey. I don't see here any high performance models, okay? These are all very flatly designed and very beginner oriented in my opinion. And yeah, let's move on. Madrock Pulse Negative, Madrock Pulse Positive. Here we have a very aggressive shape. That's the Madrock Redline. The Madrock Redline has an innovative and patented concave sole that allows climbers to utilize the feet as they would their hands. Okay, so yeah, basically they say the same what I said before. We have a big downturn here, huge downturn, very aggressive shoe, which allows you to really dig into those footholds and pull on them with your body strength. So this is suitable for steep climbs, okay, overhanging stuff. And yeah, I didn't try those out personally, so I can't give you feedback how good they are, but I see they have lasers here on them, so probably very suitable for route climbing. And here a completely covered toe heel hook box. I don't see much about the toe hook, but yeah, heel hook here, which is quite suitable for heel hooks. So yeah, definitely try this out. If you have experience, let me know down in the comments. And this is the Madrock Shark, which is I never tried it out personally, but I know a friend who tried those out, and they were quite good for bouldering, and I think that's what they are designed for. The Madrock Shark has an aggressive yet comfortable fit. Okay, I mean, what I have in mind here is that they are almost completely covered by rubber. Okay, so this is, for example, a shoe from which you can expect that it stretches out zero. Okay, this shoe has to fit perfectly from the beginning or it will never fit. So when you buy a shoe, the more they are covered with rubber, the less they are going to stretch during the wear out process. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that you size them well from the beginning. Yeah, so much for that. And here you have completely covered toe hook box, completely covered heel hook with the Velcro. This is a bouldering shoe in my opinion. Okay. Alright, let's move on to Tenaya, another brand which I have no experience with, basically. But this one here looks really nice, the Tenaya Oasi. You can see here this falcon-like tip, okay? So again, downturn here, quite aggressive shoe, and here a nicely and aggressive heel hook box, okay, heel box with Velcros, I think are those. Quite an innovative closure. I don't know how that works exactly. As I said, I never tried those out, but looks to me like a boulder shoe with quite a lot of downturn, very elegantly designed. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you tried those. And the Tenaya, here we have again a very beginner oriented shoe with the Velcros. Again here, Tenaya Inti, beginner oriented, very flatly designed. And here another beginner oriented shoe in my opinion. Here we have some lasers on those, so yeah, probably suitable for route climbing. Tenaya Masai, okay. Here we have, again, beautiful lasers and quite flat shaped shoe, so probably for route climbing, designed for route climbing. Yeah. Next brand, Scarpa. Okay, Scarpa is a very interesting brand. As I said before, the 510s, they have a really narrow toe box. Okay, so will fit you if you have a narrow foot in general. The Scarpas are the opposite. The Scarpas have a wide toe box, and they will fit you if you have a wider foot. Okay. So, but here is what they said when they were asked for vegan models. Our climbing shoes are all made of leather or suede, whatever that is. As a concern, the models which have a completely synthetic upper, we can't be sure that the glue we use is free of animal-derived components. Therefore, we prefer you don't consider any of our article as vegan. Okay, that's quite an interesting statement, because I'm not sure if any climbing shoe brand is sure whether their glue is vegan or not. I mean, to be honest, I have no idea how exactly they follow up their ingredients. Okay, so I mean, this is very good from Scarpa that they are so honest with their customers, that they say that even though the upper is synthetic, the glue could be non-vegan. Alright, so they don't know what's actually exactly in the glue they use, so maybe non-vegan, but very good that they are so honest here. And that was basically it. If you still consider the Scarpas which have a synthetic upper to be vegan, then there I found another website which is called 99boulders.com. And they have here this site with a list of vegan climbing shoes. Again, we have here the Evolvs, the 510s, the La Sportiva with their only model here, the Mad Rocks, and here we have also some models from Scarpa. Okay, so I don't know now. Maybe Scarpa told them something different, than here, but obviously they have. Yeah, if they have a synthetic upper, then they consider their models to be vegan here in this listing. And what we can see here is already the classics from Scarpa, which is the Scarpa Instinct VS and also Scarpa Furia here. And what I can tell you about those shoes is that they have a really wide toe box. Okay, the Instinct VS is actually really good for bouldering. As you can see here, again, a completely rubber covered heel hook box and a completely rubber covered, almost completely rubber covered toe hook box. So this model definitely very suitable for bouldering, in my opinion. And about the Scarpa Furia, I don't know very much, but I see here the Velcros, I see a completely rubber covered shoe, so probably usable for bouldering as well. But in general, as I told you, the Scarpas, if you have a wider foot, then go for the Scarpas, they probably will fit you best. And that's basically it for this video, I would say. I hope I covered as much as was interesting, basically. I just tried to cover all the brands of rock climbing shoes I could find. And yeah, definitely going to give you the links of these two sites in the descriptions. They are really nicely and informative, in my opinion. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.